is finally official. The control rework fruit comes out this December, and it will be more OP than the dragon fruit. A leaker who literally tells me when everything comes out and has always been right has just proved this and has just found the files for this. Now, as for the gameplay footage of the control rework fruit, if I release it now, I will literally get in trouble. But at 600 likes, I will release the footage of the control rework fruit once I get permission from the devs to release it. The control rework fruit is super OP. This is something that you guys need to save up for. The dragon fruit costed 5,000 Robux. The control rework fruit will cost a little bit more, probably 500 Robux more. Try your hardest to get your Robux up because this is a fruit that is going to be insane. You have November and December. You have 2 months exact to try to get as much Robux as you can for the control rework fruit. The dragon fruit is no longer going to be the most OP fruit in the game. All the attention is going to the control fruit. But then this also makes you question which fruit should you really go for, since now there's technically 2 fruits that are going to be OP, the dragon and the control. The dragon is actually going to receive a pretty big buff once the control rework fruit comes out, since it's been recently nerfed quite a bit. During the 6 weeks of updates that Blox was giving us, they nerfed quite a bunch of fruits, one of them being the dragon fruit, because it's been quite difficult for players to defeat for quite some time. But not only is the control rework fruit and the dragon fruit going to be the 2 fruits in the game that are going to be OP, there's going to be other fruits. It's not just going to be these fruits. There's new fruits also coming, not just these 2 fruits that are going to basically compete with each other. So there's probably going to be 3 or 4 more fruits. Now, what does this mean for players with like no Robux? This means that you're cooked, basically. Now there's going to be a dragon fruit, which is 5,000 Robux, control fruit, which is likely to be 5,500 Robux, and like 1 more fruit, which is probably going to be as expensive as both of these fruits. As well as that, they'll be hosting more events. Similar to the RIP and Red event, we're going to be getting another event, but for Christmas. Last year, we had a little event, which was getting random fruits, free fruits all around the map. In this one brand new map, they exclusively added just for this event. But this time, we'll have a much bigger event. Very likely, it'll involve fishing, which shouldn't really be much of an issue since fishing has been pretty fun in Blox fruits, especially with the RIP and Red event. Plus, it's gained Blox fruits quite a lot of players, so they'll definitely be doing another fishing type event. Similar to the RIP and Red event, it'll be a much bigger boss fight probably than both of these events combined. Now, the control fruit will also be the most unique thing ever to be added in Blox fruits, and this is basically confirmed.
Dragon fruit was a very popular fruit. Very popular. I believe the game got up to 2 million concurrent players. It's a very popular fruit. So, do the admins and the developers think about releasing another fruit better or a competitor for the dragon fruit? Because I've been talking about this. The dragon fruit needs a competitor. It's a very OP fruit.
Yes.
And maybe the control rework could be it.
Very good question, because funny you mentioned that. We're planning that control is going to be so out of the park. It's just taking so much math and so much, like, we have so many unique ideas for this control fruit, because it's not like a beast fruit. It's not a beast fruit where a dragon can do so many things, like breathe fire or swirl its body around. Control, you have way more opportunities, way more creative process. Like you could cut someone up into a million pieces, or like make a giant room and just do so many different things. Teleport here, do like some interdimensional attack that you never could think of. So we have so much more freedom of what control could look like, and we're hoping that at the end of when control's ready, it's gonna be so bizarre and like so much more fun to use.
Not only will the control rework fruit end up being the most OP, most weirdest, most bizarre, most unique fruit ever released in Blox fruits, but it will be the craziest thing to ever release. The dragon fruit having 2 variations was actually crazy in Blox fruit, but imagine what the control rework fruit will have. Very likely, it'll have more than 2 versions. It could have 4 versions, which would be actually OP. And having 4 versions, or at least 3 versions for the control rework fruit, makes a lot of sense because this fruit is confirmed going to be more expensive than the dragon fruit, very likely 6,000 Robux or 5,500 Robux, which makes quite a lot of sense for a fruit like this. Now, the cool part is that this is an update we have been waiting quite a while for. It's taken a year to actually happen, which is crazy, but this is the first update that actually determines the future of Blox. Here's what I mean. A lot of these updates that we've had over the past 6 weeks, that they gave us 6 weeks of updates, have actually done pretty good. The control rework fruit is what determines the future because this update could either make or break Blox Fruits. Blox Fruits needs to start surpassing some of these other games that have been surpassing Blox Fruits. It's time that Blox Fruits actually has some competition with these other games and comes back to the front page of Roblox once again. Because in under a year, Blox Fruits went from being the #1 game on the Roblox front page, or even the 3rd, to literally being the 7th, 8th, 12th, or even 20th most popular game on the front page. All because of Steel Brain Rot, Grow a Garden, and 99 Nights in the Forest, and so many other brain rot games coming out right now, actively surpassing Blox Fruits, which should not be happening, by the way. These are games that take about 1 week to make. I'm not lying, 1 week to make. And Blox Fruits has taken quite a while to make. The one thing that Blox Fruits definitely needs to do before they release the Control Rework Fruit update is do admin abuses. Admin abuse will literally bring players to Blox Fruits. So many games are doing admin abuses. Roblox Fish was a game that was dead, literally dead. And because they started doing admin abuses, so many players came back to the game. Blox Fruits can so easily do admin abuses. They have an entire team full of people that can genuinely do admin abuses literally weeks before the Control Rework Fruit comes out. And this would just only create more hype. I have told the developers this and the admins this. Apparently they are working on it, but like they should be working on it like now. This is the time right now to do admin abuses. Like imagine Blox Fruits peaking 20 million players. That would be insane. That would also be good for the developers because they love money and they would get more money. So this is the update that really does determine the future of Blox Fruits. And if this update doesn't peak at least like 5 million players, 4 million or 3 million, and doesn't stay there consistently, then Blox Fruits is gonna be at a place where it'll go downhill tremendously. In 2026, maybe it'll die out if this update doesn't save it. But admin abuses will 100% save Blox Fruits. Like they have such a big team and I don't get why they haven't done it. They don't even have to update weekly. Just doing admin abuses alone is enough. But the Control Rework Fruit update is actually gonna be pretty peak. I did get insight on it. I can't say too much or I would literally like get in trouble, but it is peak. The Control Rework Fruit is going to be literally the most insane fruit in the entire game. Not only that, we're getting a bunch of other new things such as map revamps, a couple other revamps, a couple new things that you guys probably haven't expected to see in the game before, but it's coming out now. Maybe I said too much there, but these are things that are gonna actually blow your guys' mind. Like this is a Blox Fruits update that is going to be the biggest update, probably even bigger than the Dragon Rework Fruit update. That update was big, but the Control Rework Fruit update is going to be a lot bigger. And the Control Rework Fruit is a lot of hype and it is definitely worth the wait that we had to wait for a very, very long time. Either this update revives Blox Fruits or Blox Fruits is seriously over, because if this update alone doesn't revive Blox Fruits and at least makes it the 6th most popular game on Roblox, then it is over.